Chris Jericho confronts Gunther. Cody Rhodes' title challenger at Royal Rumble 2026 decided. SmackDown receiving massive changes. Another unfortunate LA Knight update. A real-life bloodline reveals a recent mental illness battle. Another WWE star is reportedly hurt. A huge Liv Morgan update. Another female WWE star speaks out on AI controversy. Austin Theory is not a nice person. Bron Breakker dethroned CM Punk. Let's dive right in. Cody Rhodes' title challenger at Royal Rumble 2026 decided. Cody Rhodes is a two-time undisputed WWE champion. And since reclaiming the title by defeating John Cena at SummerSlam 2025 Night 2, the American Nightmare has been carrying the gold proudly. WWE is now preparing for the first premium live event of 2026 Royal Rumble, which will take place outside the United States at the King Abdullah Financial District in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. As the current holder of WWE's most prestigious championship, Rhodes is expected to be a central figure on the card. According to pro wrestling journalist Andrew Bala, Rhodes is slated to face his mentor and former Legacy stablemate Randy Orton at Royal Rumble 2026, with the undisputed WWE Championship on the line. Randy and Cody at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship will be big business, Bala shared on his official X account. Bala also hinted that CM Punk's opponent for the World Heavyweight Championship will excite fans, adding further intrigue to the event. WWE has already started building the Rhodes-Orton feud. On the first episode of SmackDown in 2026, Randy, the Viper, Orton returned and made it clear to Rhodes that he was coming for his title during a backstage segment. Before Royal Rumble, Rhodes will defend the undisputed WWE Championship against longtime rival Drew McIntyre in a 3 stages of hell match. The two will face off next week on Friday Night SmackDown, setting the stage for what promises to be an intense road to Saudi Arabia. Drew McIntyre has been playing mind games with Cody Rhodes and has built significant momentum in recent weeks, which will put the American Nightmare's WWE Championship reign at risk. It will be interesting to see whether Rhodes retains his title next week on SmackDown, or if Triple H has a major upset plan ahead of Royal Rumble. On the latest episode of the Keeping It 100 podcast, host Conan Khan and his crew share their predictions for WrestleMania 42. Khan suggests a surprising matchup for Cody Rhodes, while also hoping to finally see The Rock face Roman Reigns. I'm still sticking to a Roman versus Rock WrestleMania, and maybe Paul versus Cody, Conan said. Roman Reigns versus The Rock was originally planned for WrestleMania 39, but didn't happen due to scheduling conflicts with The Rock. It was then tentatively set for WrestleMania 40, but fans ultimately influenced WWE's decision to cancel it, sparing Cody Rhodes in the process. Logan Paul, a major influencer and one of WWE's biggest names, was also part of the discussion. His presence continues to draw significant attention to the product. Co-host Glenn Gilbert, better known as Disco Inferno, shared his own WrestleMania 42 pick, choosing Cody Rhodes to face CM Punk. I'm thinking Cody versus Punk, Disco said. That would be great TV. The build-up would be incredible because both are very strong on the mic. That would be must-see. Fans are eager to see how WWE and Triple H will book WrestleMania 42, especially after last year's heavily criticized storyline, including Travis Scott's involvement in the main event. SmackDown receiving massive changes. WWE SmackDown kicked off 2026 in spectacular fashion, expanding from a 2-hour show to a 3-hour extravaganza. The first episode of the year featured strong segments, exciting matches, thrilling moments, surprising returns, and even title changes a promising start to 2026. Next week's episode in Berlin, Germany, is already being hyped as an even bigger show. While many assumed the 3-hour format would continue throughout the year, new reports suggest that might not be the case. On the latest episode of the Bryan and Vinny Show, Bryan Alvarez revealed that SmackDown could return to a 2-hour format later in 2026. When they announced the show was going back to 3 hours in January, I was told it would probably be the same as last year's 3-hour show for the first half or so, Alvarez explained. Also added that the USA Network will likely fill the extra hour with a new program, possibly featuring former WWE star Braun Strowman. Next week's Berlin show is already stacked. The main event will see Cody Rhodes defend the undisputed WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre in a 3 stages of hell match brutal and high-stakes encounter. Meanwhile, the MFTs and the Wyatt Six are set to collide again in an 8-man tag team match, with Solo Sikoa promising to take care of Uncle Howdy's family, potentially setting up a shot at the WWE Tag Team Championship. Adding to the excitement, Trick Williams will make his official SmackDown in-ring debut after confronting Sami Zayn last Friday. Williams got into a heated backstage exchange with Rey Fenix. In his first match as a main roster member, Williams will face Fenix, giving fans a highly anticipated matchup to look forward to. Another unfortunate LA Knight update. LA Knight is one of WWE's most beloved baby faces, but there's an update on the megastar ahead of this year's first episode of Monday Night Raw. The 43-year-old has been absent from WWE programming since being taken out by the Vision last month on the Red brand. Fans have been eagerly anticipating Knight's return. A recent report from Body Slam suggested he could be back as soon as the January 5th edition of Raw. However, in a recent episode of Select Answers, Sean Rossap of Fightful Select stated that Knight is currently taking time off. Rossap noted he was unaware of any injury affecting the former WWE United States champion, but speculated that WWE has struggled to figure out how to properly book Knight. The WWE Universe continues to root for LA Knight despite his near misses at winning a world championship and falling short at key moments. On a recent appearance on Raw Recap, Knight was asked whether he ever worries that fans might stop cheering for him. He admitted that he does think about it when he lets fans down or suffers a loss, but he tries not to dwell on those thoughts and instead focuses on improving his position. The only time I think about that is when I let the people down. Knight said, when I lose, when the 3 count is hitting, you start to wonder, at what point will people start to lose faith. Maybe they'll think, we like this guy, we want this to happen, but it's just not going to happen. I think about that, sure, but I try not to dwell on it. I focus on how to be ready for the next shot and how to make it count. It remains unclear exactly when LA Knight will make his return to Monday Night Raw, but fans are eagerly awaiting the megastar's comeback. A real-life bloodline reveals a recent mental illness battle. Christmas can be a difficult time for many, and even wrestling stars aren't immune to its challenges. Zilla Fatu, a real-life member of the bloodline, recently shared updates revealing that he was struggling personally over the holiday season. Fatu has now sent a reassuring message to fans, letting them know he's in a much better place. Thank you to everyone who checked up on me. I'm very grateful for all the love and support from you guys, and I'm very blessed to say I'm in a much better headspace now. Everyone dealing with mental illness, please seek help and take steps to improve. You're not alone, he wrote. Zilla Fatu has a documented history with mental health challenges, and it's fortunate that he sought help and is now doing better. He has been making a name for himself in the wrestling business for several years, following in the footsteps of his father, the late Umaga. Umaga was a major presence in WWE during his career, and Fatu faces big shoes to fill as he works to continue the family legacy. Many fans believe Fatu might have joined WWE, while the Bloodline was still a dominant force alongside Roman Reigns and the Usos. However, that opportunity seems to have passed for now. Fellow family members Lance and Hawaii had a brief WWE stint and were also expected to join the main roster, but they were surprisingly released last year. For the time being, this chapter of the Bloodline story appears to be on hold in WWE programming. Another WWE star is reportedly hurt. WWE continues to deal with a growing list of injuries, and another star has reportedly fallen during promotion's holiday tour. This time, SmackDown's BAB suffered an injury while facing WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill. According to Fightful Select Sean Rosap, the 35-year-old was hurt on January 1st during her match with Cargill in Syracuse, New York. As a result, BAB was absent from the January 2nd episode of Friday Night SmackDown. She had stepped in to replace Macon on the tour, who had also been injured earlier while competing against Cargill. Reports indicate that BAB may have suffered concussion, though it's unclear whether she was pulled from the tour due to an actual injury or as a precaution. This week, SmackDown featured a backstage interview with Cargill conducted by Kathy Kelly, during which Bab's shoulder injury was mentioned. Cargill openly admitted to causing the injury, warning that anyone who stepped out of line would face similar consequences. It was an accident. Who's going to stop me? Cargill said, these women know what's up. Macon messed around and found out, and that's on her. Injuries happen when people don't know their place. During the segment, Jordynne Grace appeared, saying she was scouting both Raw and SmackDown to decide which brand to join. Cargill immediately threatened her, insisting Grace head to Raw because SmackDown is her show. While Grace didn't respond directly, she later tweeted that she intended to see who truly runs the blue brand. She also complimented Cargill, noting that while the champion has a marketable look, her physique shows hard work. Cargill responded angrily, telling Grace to shut up. The situation sets up an intriguing storyline, with Grace potentially joining SmackDown while facing Cargill's dominance. Fans will also be watching to see if Cargill ultimately claims responsibility for Bab's injury, further establishing her as the blue brand's unstoppable force. A huge Liv Morgan update. WWE superstar Liv Morgan recently teased that she could play a role in the upcoming special episode of Raw. The January 5th, 2026 edition of Monday Night Raw will mark the Red brand's first Netflix anniversary and will feature a crossover with Stranger Things. Morgan took to Instagram, posting a story that included an image of WWE headquarters. Interestingly, her name does not appear on the announced match card, suggesting her involvement may be tied to the crossover rather than a traditional match. She isn't the only WWE superstar hinting at participation. Sky also shared a story from WWE HQ, showing herself in ring gear. Sky is set to team with Rhea Ripley to challenge the Kabuki Warriors for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. The special Raw episode will also feature 2 additional title matches: CM Punk defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Bron Breakker, and Maxine Dri taking on Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. With the crossover element added, the show could easily be considered an unofficial PL. Morgan has a personal connection to Stranger Things. She attended the premiere of the 5th and final season on November 6, 2025, and compared herself to the character Eleven. Every single time Eleven gets knocked down, she comes back stronger and more powerful than ever, Morgan said. She even joked that she would love for Millie Bobby Brown's Eleven to be her tag team partner. She's the most iconic. She'd be the best tag team partner because I wouldn't have to lift a finger to do everything for me. When asked who could take down Adema Gorgon, Morgan named Dominic Mysterio, praising him as WWE Intercontinental and AAA Mega Champion. She also added that she would prefer facing her former WWE opponents over ever being trapped in the Upside Down. Fans are now eagerly wondering what role Morgan will play in the Stranger Things crossover episode, and her teasing post has only increased the anticipation for Raw's Netflix anniversary special. Another female WWE star speaks out on AI controversy. AJ Lee returned to WWE earlier this year, has already been part of 2 major rivalries. However, she recently faced an issue on social media when a fan posted a deep fake of her in an inappropriate scenario on X. The former Divas champion spoke out against the content, highlighting concerns over the misuse of AI-generated material. Now, WWE superstar Jordynne Grace has also addressed the growing problem of AI-generated content. Grace recently shared photos from her SmackDown debut. A fan attempted to use AI to turn them into nude images. Grace responded firmly on X, saying there need to be laws against this put into place immediately. Morphed images were later deleted, underscoring the importance of regulating AI use on social media platforms. On SmackDown, Grace made an immediate impact. During her debut, she was involved in a segment with Nick Aldis and WWE Women's Champion Jade Cargill. Grace stepped up to Cargill backstage backstage during an interview, teasing a potential future rivalry before the champion exited. Later, the two exchanged words on X, Cargill threatening Grace. "Girl, shut your shorty before I step on you. Chill out, angry leprechaun." While no official match has been announced, it seems likely that Grace could feud with Cargill for the women's championship in the near future. SmackDown's women's roster currently limited. Jordynne Grace could be the most credible challenger to Cargill at this time. Austin Theory is not a nice person. WWE personality Megan Morant recently called out Austin Theory, saying he was not a nice person. Her comments came after Theory appeared on Raw Recap, hosted by Sam Roberts and Morant, where he largely stayed in character as a heel. During the segment, Theory boasted that he and Logan Paul were more handsome than Rey Mysterio and Penta, claiming that's why the two luchadors wore masks. Morant disagreed, saying she thought Penta looked pretty cool, true to his heel persona. Theory then mocked her hairstyle, prompting Morant to later share a clip on social media and remarked that the former WWE United States champion was indeed not a nice person. Theory also weighed in on the concept of WWE retirement tours during the interview. He criticized the idea, calling it ego-driven, and listed several legends who might receive a retirement tour, including Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, and CM Punk, before adding Penta to mock the idea further. "It's like, come on, you leave for a year. We have to say goodbye to you every night for a year. How drawn out is that? How ridiculous is it? How ego-hungry are you?" Theory said, "It's insane. Rey Mysterio gets one. Punk gets one. AJ Styles doesn't get one. What, Penta doesn't get one too? What are we doing?" After being off television for much of 2025, Theory is now part of the Vision stable. Fans will be watching closely to see how he performs in the new year, following his return to WWE programming. Bron Breakker dethroned CM Punk. The upcoming episode of Raw promises to be a major night for Bron Breakker, who will challenge CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Breakker earned opportunity by pinning the Second City Saint during the men's War Games match at Survivor Series 2025, securing a spot as the #1 contender. The title match is shaping up to be unpredictable, with several possible outcomes. One intriguing scenario involved the potential return of Santos Escobar. The Mexican star, who re-signed with WWE in October last year, has yet to appear on television since returning. Escobar's absence, despite the buzz around his contract situation, has left fans speculating about when he might come back. With Raw celebrating its first anniversary on Netflix with a special episode, Triple H's creative team could use this opportunity to reintroduce Escobar. Possible storyline could see Escobar interfere in Breakker's match, hoping to defeat CM Punk, and potentially join the Vision stable. This would mirror how Austin Theory joined the group after assisting him in the past. Since this would be Punk's first title defense since winning the World Heavyweight Championship, WWE may want to protect him in defeat, making a return and interference from Escobar an effective way to do so. It's important to note that the scenario is purely speculative. Fans will have to wait to see what Triple H's creative team has planned for Bron Breakker versus CM Punk on Raw. Meanwhile, WWE legend Kevin Nash recently commented on CM Punk's performance in a December 22nd episode of Raw. In that show, Punk teamed with Rey Mysterio to face Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. The babyface team lost after Theory pinned Mysterio. Nash criticized Punk for wrestling in a t-shirt, noting that the World Heavyweight Champion looked slow and his punches lacked impact. Number 1, if you're the WWE Heavyweight Champion and you wrestle in a t-shirt, ouch. Number 2, his punches looked really slow. I think it's time for him. I think he's done, Nash said on his Click This podcast. With the upcoming title match against Bron Breakker and questions about his in-ring performance, it will be interesting to see what the future holds for CM Punk in WWE. Chris Jericho confronts Gunther. Raw General Manager Adam Pearce recently dropped a huge tease hinting at a Chris Jericho return ahead of WWE's first show of 2026. Jericho has been linked to a return since last year, and now that his AEW contract has expired, the 55-year-old is officially a free agent. A recent social media photo shows him in top shape, fueling speculation that he could appear as soon as tonight or possibly at the Royal Rumble. Jericho's theme, Break the Walls Down, remains one of WWE's most iconic intros. The classic countdown could serve as a perfect way to open the first Raw of the year, potentially beginning like his 2000 debut before transitioning into his Judas theme. Born in Manhasset, New York, Jericho would also receive a hometown pop if he returns in Brooklyn. Known for constantly reinventing himself, fans can expect a fresh character in what may be his final run. Meanwhile, Gunther has been mocking the WWE Universe relentlessly since John Cena's retirement. The ring general has taunted fans with his signature smug smile, already defeating R-Truth, and teasing a confrontation with AJ Styles. Gunther is advertised for tonight's Raw and is likely to continue his antics. One way to quiet the ring general would be a surprise Jericho return, which would instantly generate a massive pop, provide a storyline heading into WrestleMania season. The main event of Raw will feature CM Punk defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Bron Breakker. Breakker has had the upper hand in past encounter, largely thanks to the Vision's numbers advantage. Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, and Austin Theory could all play a role in the match alongside Paul Heyman. Rey Mysterio and Penta, who have their own issues with the Vision, could help Punk, but they remain outnumbered. That's where Jericho could make his dramatic return, whether during the match or immediately afterward. Jericho could help the babyfaces fend off the Vision, evening the odds and setting the stage for future storylines leading into the Royal Rumble.